There's a quote usually attributed to the writer Mark Twain that goes, "A lie can travel halfway around the world while the truth is putting on its shoes." Funny thing about that, there's reason to doubt that Mark Twain ever said this at all, thus, ironically, proving the point. And today, the quote, whoever said it, is truer than ever before. In previous decades, most media with global reach consisted of several major newspapers and networks which had the resources to gather information directly. Outlets like Reuters and the Associated Press that aggregate or re-report stories were relatively rare compared to today. The speed with which information spreads now has created the ideal conditions for a phenomenon known as circular reporting. This is when Publication A publishes misinformation, Publication B reprints it, and Publication A then cites B as the source for the information. It's also considered a form of circular reporting when multiple publications report on the same initial piece of false information, which then appears to another author as having been verified by multiple sources. For instance, the 1998 publication of a single pseudoscientific paper arguing that routine vaccination of children causes autism inspired an entire anti-vaccination movement, despite the fact that the original paper has repeatedly been discredited by the scientific community. Deliberately unvaccinated children are now contracting contagious diseases that had been virtually eradicated in the United States, with some infections proving fatal. In a slightly less dire example, satirical articles that are formatted to resemble real ones can also be picked up by outlets not in on the joke. For example, a joke article in the reputable British Medical Journal entitled "Energy Expenditure in Adolescents Playing New Generation Computer Games" has been referenced in serious science publications over 400 times. User-generated content such as wikis are also a common contributor to circular reporting. As more writers come to rely on such pages for quick information, an unverified fact in a wiki page can make its way into a published article that may later be added as a citation for the very same wiki information, making it much harder to debunk. Recent advances in communication technology have had immeasurable benefits in breaking down the barriers between information and people. But our desire for quick answers may overpower the desire to be certain of their validity. And when this bias can be multiplied by billions of people around the world nearly instantaneously, more caution is in order. Avoiding sensationalist media, searching for criticisms of suspicious information, and tracing the original source of a report can help slow down a lie, giving the truth more time to put on its shoes.
What is disinformation? Disinformation is false information that is shared on purpose to influence public opinion and mislead you. It is based on false facts and distracts you from getting accurate information. Disinformation is dangerous, especially when it is used by governments to mislead and confuse citizens. This is called propaganda. Disinformation is often spread by planting rumors to shape public discourse and hide the truth. Another form of disinformation is the dissemination of fake news. Fake news are news stories that are false and fabricated, meant to mislead you. Fake news does not include legitimate sources or quotes and can't be proven with factual information. Fake news is very common on social media, where anyone can post content that is easily shared online. What can you do to protect yourself from disinformation and fake news? Think critically. Think twice. Check for sources and facts. Question the accuracy of the information. If in doubt, do not share the information. To learn more, visit www.
Magandang araw, Pilipinas! Welcome sa Katotohanan Muna, ang talk show kung saan pinakikinggan natin ang mga isyu sa lipunan gamit ang lente ng katapatan, karunungan, at integridad.
At ngayong araw, tututukan natin ang isang seryosong usapin, ang paglaganap ng fake news at online misinformation, isang problema na hindi lang nakakaapekto sa eleksyon, kundi pati sa kalusugan, ekonomiya at pagkakaisa ng sambayanan.
Tama ka, Lance. Alam mo ba, ayon sa Pulse Asia, 86% ng mga Pilipino naniniwalang malalang problema na ang fake news sa bansa. Kaya naman, mahalaga ang pag-uusap natin ngayon.
Kaya huwag na natin patagalin pa. Kasama natin ngayon si Prof. Santiago, isang eksperto sa media ethics at
Magandang araw ulit sa inyong lahat. Alam nyo, ang fake news ay hindi lamang issue ng maling datos. Isa itong moral issue na nasusubok dito ang ating virtue ethics, ang paghubog ng karakter tulad ng honesty, responsibility, at wisdom. Bro,
Paano nga po ba nakakasira ng lipunan ang misinformation?
Kapag kumalat ang balita, bumababa ang tiwala ng tao sa gobyerno, sa media, pati na sa isa't isa. Nagkakaroon ng polarization o pagkawatak-watak. Kapag ang trust ay nawala, mahirap na itong buuin muli ang isang maayos na lipunan. Kaya't ang virtue ng karapatan at karunungan ay hindi optional. Kailangan sila para sa kabutihan ng panlaban.
Paano natin maisasabuhay ang virtue ng honesty sa panahon ng clickbait at viral fake news?
Magsimula muna tayo sa simpleng tanong sa sarili bago magbahagi ng impormasyon. Ito ba ay totoo? Ito ba ay makakatulong o makakasira? Yan ang karunungan at pag-iral ng integridad. Hindi lahat ng trending ay totoo. Hindi lahat ng nakikita sa social media ay dapat paniwalaan.
Ali Marites, kumusta po kayo? Totoo po ba naranasan niyo na mabiktima ng fake news?
Ay nako, oo anak. Nung eleksyon, may nakita akong isang post tungkol sa isang kandidato. Parang totoo kasi ang ganda ng pagkakagawa. Hindi ko naisip, nag-fact check. Pinasa ko agad. Ayun, nung nag-correct ako ng kaibigan ko, napahiya ako. Nag-away kami. Napagtanto ko, hindi pala basta freedom of speech ang mahalaga, kundi ang virtue and responsibility.
At dito natin makikita ang virtue ethics sa totoong buhay. Kung paano ang maliit na desisyon tulad ng pag-check ng source ay pagpapakita ng ating karakter. Wisdom ang kailangan. Piliin ang tamang hakbang kahit mas madali ang magpadala sa emosyon o galit.
Tama, at hindi lang ordinaryong mamamayan ang kumikilos. Mayroon ding mga kabataan na lumalaban sa maling impormasyon. Kilalanin natin si Gerald, isang estudyante na nagsimula ng campaign kontra fake news.
Hello po. Ako po ay si Gerald, isang estudyante sa paaralan ng CBC Way. Bilang kabataan, naniniwala kami na kami ang unang dapat maging critical thinkers. Kaya nagsimula kami ng #ThinkBeforeShare campaign sa school namin. Gumawa kami ng infographics, mini-workshops at online quizzes tungkol sa pag-detect ng fake news.
Ang galing! Anong virtue ang gusto nyong kung itanim sa mga estudyante sa campaign ninyo?
Gusto po namin ituro ang tatlong bagay, karunungan or wisdom, para alam nila paano suriin ang balita, katapatan or honesty, na hindi nila ipapasa kung hindi sila sigurado, at integrity na kahit walang nakatingin, pipiliin nilang huwag magkalat ng maling impormasyon.
Napakahalaga ng ginagawa ninyo. Gerald, sa totoo lang, ayon sa isang survey, 58% ng fake news sources ay nanggagaling sa influencers, vloggers, at vloggers. Kaya dapat talagang maging mapanuri tayo, lalo na ang kabataan.
Bago tayo magtapos, hihingi kami ng final advice mula sa ating mga guests. Ano ang dapat tandaan ng ating mga manunood?
Unang-una, huwag basta-basta maniniwala sa headline. Headline lang. Fact check, magtanong, at higit sa lahat gamitin ang karunungan at katapatan sa bawat post at pagbabahagi. Virtue ethics teach us that being a good person means making good choice right away.
Minsan, kailangan nating huminto muna bago mag-click. Tanungin ang sarili, makakatulong ba ito o makakasama? Kung hindi tayo sigurado, mas mabuting huwag na lang magbahagi.
At tandaan po natin, ang kabataan hindi lamang pag-asa ng bayan. Tayo rin ang pag-asa ng mas malinis na social media. Kung gusto nating magbago ang mundo, magsimula tayo sa sarili natin.
Isang napakagandang paalala.
Kaya tandaan, hindi lahat ng malakas ang boses ay nagsasabi ng totoo. Responsibility natin na piliin ang katotohanan.
Muli, ito ang katotohanan muna hanggang sa susunod na episode.